before we get to the phone lines, though, we did have a very interesting email question come in this week. Kind of timely, a little bit different than some of the stuff going on in schools. But this one came in from Colleen. This one's Matt's got a lot for you here. My daughter got into a fight at school. It wasn't her fault. I think the administrators are more concerned about disciplining her than her injuries. I had to take her to the doctor the next day. Is there anything I can do to get reimbursed for the bill? This one, there's a little bit to unpack here, Matt. What are your thoughts?
God, there sure are. First of all, Kenny, let's go a little history to start with that.
Okay.
Before 1993, schools were immune from, as in could not be sued, could not be held responsible for things that happened on campus. In 1993, they've changed the law. Now, I don't have the same rules that other organizations have, you and I have. I would say they're partially immune, Kenny, is where they are.
Okay.
So you can recover for school districts for malfeasance. It's got to be pretty significant, though. Really, general negligence doesn't quite cut it. You have to have almost, not gross negligence, but something kind of approaching more than kind of basic negligence.
Okay.
What you have to have is you have to have the school district not complying with a specific statute that requires them to do a certain thing, and them not complying with that.
I see.
So that's what you kind of have. So to do that, you've got a 1-year statute of limitations to make a claim. You've got to file a tort claims notice. So it is tricky. You can get recovery against the school, but as usual, there's some hoops you have to jump through, and it's always a process for sure.
Matt, sounds like if you were to move forward with this would not be one that you would really be able to take care of yourself if you're thinking lawsuit or recovery.
I agree. You know, what I'd probably suggest is the family to meet with the school initially if they want to talk to them, see if the school has any type of offer or make some kind of, overture toward resolution, or this is what we'll do for you.
Right.
But if they don't get the satisfaction that they should get, then they should call a lawyer for sure.
Matt, the reason we picked this one, of course, is that terrible case of the student dying in Oklahoma, and there was a fight with the girls in the bathroom, and the school nurse said she's okay, and then it was a concussion and it led to a fatality. Would that be kind of what you were talking about earlier, where you really have a big change in the way you're supposed to do something in it, and maybe there wasn't enough follow-up when there's a death?
Absolutely, for sure. And in fact, Kenny, I've got a case right now going to the Mississippi Supreme Court, and a student that was abused on a school bus for a number of times. So we'll kind of more to come on that. I don't want to kind of get into it tonight, but when we have a decision from the court, I'll happily kind of unpack that for the audience and kind of lay, how it developed, what happened, what the court said. But absolutely, you're right on track for sure.
Sad situation over there in Oklahoma.
Always.
Really sad.
Yeah.
All the way around. All the way around. If you ever got a question for us and you don't feel like calling, a little too shy, no problem. Hit us at remlawcall.com. We try to take a look at all the questions we get in each week, pick the one that's most timely for the show. So maybe your question doesn't make it this week, but maybe we'll get it on next week. But just keep emailing us for sure.
And you can just almost call me Monday.
You could.
You could do
just
that.
Call Matt on Monday. Don't worry.
On this public forum.
Don't even worry about it. Right. You could just call him on Monday.
We
got a phone number for you coming up at the end of the show.